And this spectacular flute was made by Steve Rensink, who, if anybody's interested, Makwa, reach out to me and I'll put you in touch with him. They're not expensive. They're perfectly tuned. He lives in Greenbank, so just north of Toronto. And if you're interested, they come with a booklet on how to play them. And if ever you want to buy a series for a classroom, Richard Dubé from Saskatoon, Northern Spirits Flutes, makes them out of PVC pipe. They're dirt cheap. Your kids can make their own flutes and they can paint them and learn to play them. And let's face it, they're a little bit more romantic than your typical recorder, and even though they do play like a recorder. All right, I'm back. So first of all, to Jaylene, I certainly will send you something that relates to the 7 sacred teachings and the directions. So she reached out and said, we would like to focus our school year on the teachings. Can you give us so very, very quickly, this is the direction. And of course, there's so much to each one of them that I'd have to read you the book, but it goes like this. It starts in the east. East is yellow. Yes, east is yellow, and the teaching is humility. And then when you look south, the color is red, and the teaching there is honesty. That's when you're 25 years old, you be honest with yourself. What are you? What have you been given? And then when you look to the west, the teaching there is respect. The color on the medicine wheel, of course, is black if you're from Eastern Canada. Then you look to the north, the color is white, and the teaching, after respect, the teaching is courage. Because your hair turned white, you're close to dying, and you need courage, not because you're afraid to die, because you want to do what's right for your children. So those are the 4 of the medicine wheel, and the last 3 are up. And the teaching that you learn there, of course, is from turtle, and is from the beaver. And the beaver teaches you wisdom. You have to have the wisdom to use the gift that Creator has given you. And you apply that to all of your students and to your staff and parents. And then you look down to the ground, and the teaching there is turtle. And the teaching there is truth. And the truth is that if we don't put it back, if we don't put back what we use, it won't be there for our kids. So we have to, it's not just recycling physical things, the love as well. And the final teaching is within. It's a teaching of love. So those are the 4. Those are the teachers. And of course, there's a lot more than that too there. Okay, so today I'd like to speak very quickly, if I can, briefly if I can, to the beginning of the school year. Mission statements. School districts, schools, we all tend to want to have a mission statement. I'll make this real clear. If your mission statement is one that teachers or parents can't remember, can't recite like that, it's too long. You should come up with something that is not catchy, but something that is authentic and is memorable. So how about this? This school is a sanctuary for students, teachers, and parents. If anything happens that is not in alignment with that mission statement, then stop it from happening. If some parent comes in and is rude to one of your teachers, period. That doesn't work. This is a sanctuary for that teacher. That's not welcome here. Or likewise, if somebody is disagreeable and rude to a parent, that's not acceptable. And of course, most importantly, it's the students. It's their sanctuary. And it's our job to make sure as a school, and if you want to add a piece onto that, where we are all allowed to grow, to achieve our dreams. How does that sound? Where we're all allowed to achieve our individual dreams, because it's not the curriculum that should drive us. We each have something individual. So I want to start with a mission statement, period. And I can't tell you how often I worked in situations where there was a board or a school and nobody knew what it was. And finally, I realized it has to be something like that. And that was what I went with. It was that. Our school was a sanctuary. Okay. The second thing I wanted to speak to is reading. If you as a school are looking for a focus, just a focus for the year that involves all curricular areas, reading is the answer. And let's be real clear, it's important for 2 reasons. And the first reason is obvious. If our kids can't read, they can't succeed. Say what you may. Schools aren't meant for kids, they're meant for kids who can read, and it's wrong. I tried to change that, and even in schools where the focus is on fine arts or on athletics there's always those exams and where you have to be able to read to succeed, and it's wrong. I've done what I can to change it, and I've been unable. Thus, I try to equip the kids around me, teachers around me, with the knowledge that reading is essential to succeeding. That's the bad news. It shouldn't be. And that anybody can become a reader. And in an upcoming event video, I'm going to share the how for parents in particular, but for sure for teachers, we should all know that. And administrators, come on. So I think the focus of reading for a school is important for 2 reasons. One is reading is key to success. And here's the big one. Hey, it's COVID. And during COVID, can you think of a better time to read, to say, let's get out of here? I mean, you might be stuck at home or you might be stuck in school. Has there ever been a better time to say to kids, come on, let's go. Let's go together. If you have to read with them, to them, go ahead and do it. If you have to, but come on, get them on that journey. You can take them anywhere. And I brought a few books just to speak to that. And I wanted to start with my favorite in this regard. Hey, do you want to stay in Canada? This is one of my books. It's called The Journal of Etienne Mercier. And in the journal, you can take your students, almost any age group, to the Queen Charlotte Islands, of course now Haida Gwaii. Let them see what life was like then. It's an adventure. It's exciting. There, Queen Charlotte's. How about this? How about taking your kids to China? I've written 5 books on China. Take them to China and let them see the magic and the beauty. You can almost smell the spices and the rice fields in these books, and I've written 5 of them. Take your kids to China, introduce them to China. What else have I got? Buddha in the Garden, another one of those trips to China. Or come to Saskatchewan, most beautiful valley you've ever seen is the Qu'Appelle Valley. Let me take you to the Qu'Appelle Valley. Read it with your students. Introduce it. Anybody can read these books. I write them simple enough that people can read them. Let them escape during COVID. And then I brought a couple others. We all have favorites, don't we? Okay, A Story for Bear. It's just wonderful, wonderful book. One of my favorites all time. This is The Giving Tree by Shel Silverstein. If you want other ideas, just reach out to me. I have so many favorites. Favorite read alouds, favorite shares, favorite for all groups. Okay, I want to say then that I think as a school, if you were to say, let's make reading our focus, and I'm not going to insult you by saying, and I've got a whole ton of strategies for you, although I could have strategies if you wanted some, but rather to say, let's attack this in a global way so that when people look back at our school, they'll say, that school focuses on reading. From everything that we do, maybe from our mission statement to our daily silent reading practices, to the fact that every teacher has their own library, their classroom library, the fact that the administrators take time during the staff meetings to say, let's talk about a book, let's share this reading, to the people that we bring in, invite to be part of our to including our community members. What's the favorite book of our MLA or of our MP, or just that strategy that says this school focuses on reading, because kids always live up to what they think they are, what we think they are. And if they think they're readers, they'll become readers. So I wanted to say 2 things. That I wanted to speak to a mission statement, and I wanted to say, what about focusing on reading? It's a good time. It's key to success, and let's face it, this is a chance to escape. And for kids who aren't good readers, as I am not, and this is it. And when I leave you, I'm going back out to my hot weather in Victoria, back out to watering my grass, and I'm listening to Manda Scott's Boudica. I read it years ago, and it's just thrilling because through this, I'm listening to professional actors tell the story again, and so cool. Okay, chance to escape. If you want to talk some more, go ahead, reach out to me, and thank you for those of you who've been sending me emails. I'm really grateful. Okay, bye. Have a good one.